It's kind of nice to have someone drive me, sitting in the back of the car. And of course, I have people drive me all the time, but most of the time I'm driving by myself. But today is different because usually when other people drive me, they are friends, staff, and I sit in the front with them. But today I'm sitting in the back of the car, which feels kind of different, kind of relaxing. As much as I love driving, sometimes I wonder those guys, those big bosses who love to sit in the back of the car and let their drivers drive them. I wonder what they enjoy. Why do they enjoy it, since I'm not a person that loves driving? But then once in a while when I do this, I get out of my base. I'm getting out of my base and depend on taking a taxi or Uber, and then have someone else drive me, professional driver, and I sit in the back of the car. It's kind of different. But I don't think it's something I want to do all the time. I don't think it's something I want to, I don't think it's something I want to get accustomed to. I love driving. But once in a while, it'll be kind of cool to have someone else take the wheel and you sit in the back of the car and chill. So I'm heading to Beijing Airport in Guangzhou. Take a little trip. I'm gonna tell you about my trip later because right now I don't want to say where I'm going. I just realized that my Uber driver, after I started recording my video, he took his second phone and started doing something like recording to get to know what I'm talking about. So you guys have to be patient. You're gonna find out where I'm going. Maybe when I get there or when I get to the airport. I'm gonna update you guys to let you know where I'm going. But in any case, I'm kind of late for the airport. I hope the plane will wait for me. Yeah, the plane waited for me once in Paris airport. They called me and got tired, and I was sleeping somewhere in one part of the airport, Charles de Gaulle Airport. And then they just closed the doors, pushing the plane back to the runway, and then I showed up to the counter. The lady at the counter said, I don't think they're gonna open back the plane. They are already pushing it back. And then she radioed them. Honestly, to my greatest surprise, they pulled the plane back to the gate. I was Air France, Boeing. And honestly, when that aircraft door opened, everyone who was sitting in the aircraft was looking up front to see if this is President of France. They wanted to know who the hell is this that they had to push the plane back to the gate to open the doors for him to get in. And I started greeting everybody like a king, like, you know, everybody like this. Yeah, greet like the Saudi king until I got to my seat. And half of the people on the plane kept watching, looking behind, and some that were behind me kept looking at me. Maybe 2 hours into the flight until they fell asleep. Yeah. I hope I won't be too late today. Usually late to the airport. So I'm accustomed to driving my own stuff. I think I need a private jet. In this way, I don't have to worry about being late for the flight. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna keep going. This is the way to Beijing Airport, Guangzhou. I'll show you. So I'm gonna update you guys when I get to the airport. Talk to you guys soon. So I'm here at Beijing Airport, Guangzhou Beijing Airport. So the surroundings. And I'm heading to my gate. So this is my flight out there. Seems like Boeing 747 400. No, unfortunately not. I'm flying on this little one here. Not good. A big man flying with a small plane. Yeah. Fortunately, I should have been flying that big one. At least in the plane and this little one. Next time, I'll fly in the bigger one. And from there, go. This is Air China. Walking onto the plane. Not that big one. Not that big one over there. This little one here. Right here. This little one. Yeah. Let's get on the plane to see a very small, colorful plane. Small, colorful. There's a bunch of color. It's really small. I hope I can fit in there. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Beijing Airport, Guangzhou City, China. It's a very small plane. See it? Small plane with so many colors. Too much colors. You can see very clear from here. It has so many colors. Look from here, colorful. Colorful plane. Very small. Okay guys, listen. On this flight here, you can see where I'm sitting right here. I want to let you know that if you're coming to China, you come here, you travel around China with a passport, you must know that you can't book your seat online. You can book your flight online, but you cannot arrange your seat online. You cannot book your seat online. Only Chinese mainland ID cards can do this. I'm not sure about Macau ID card and Hong Kong ID card, but Chinese mainland ID card can book this sitting online, but with a passport you can't do it. Cannot. I repeat, cannot. I tried this so many times before this flight, it didn't work. Now I'm a tall person, 6'1", 6'2". Sometimes if I wear shoes, I wear shoes, depends on what kind of shoes I'm wearing, I go up to 6'4". Now, see where I'm sitting here? I couldn't book my seat online. I tried so many times, I couldn't do it. And this is a very small aircraft. So when I got to the airport, I forgot to ask the people at the counter to give me a better room. Of course, in my mind, I'm thinking they should already know what to do, because you need to look at people's height, size to give them arrangement. I mean, this is very important in other airlines, like other airlines. But the domestic flights in China in recent years, I think that their staff need more training. The old generation of domestic airline staff here in China were better, much better. This time around, I see the domestic flight staff in China, I see that they need more training. You cannot, as a person holding a passport, whether you are Chinese, overseas Chinese, that is visiting China, or you're overseas Chinese living in China, but you have a passport, no Chinese ID card, as long as you don't have Chinese ID card, or you're a Chinese person but have a foreign passport and you are in China, you want to fly around, you must understand that you cannot book your flight. You can book your flight, but you cannot book your sitting online. You see these two guys sitting next to me? The one in the middle is just a little smaller than me. He's a big guy, very big guy, just a little smaller than me and shorter. He's way shorter than me, but he's big. Big compared to regular Chinese guys. Big, young, healthy young man. The one sitting at the window, I think they are together, they are friends. That one is just a few inches shorter than me. Very tall guy. The tallest Chinese young man I have seen in several months. He looked like a basketball player. Very tall. These are young men, they look like students to me or something, you know. These airline staff put us together. Put the three biggest guys on this flight. You see this flight? This flight was completely full, completely 100% full.
and you see small people, you see a lady sitting with her daughter in the back there, a little girl, you know, they put all the small people together, and then look at this, look at us, the 3 biggest guys on this flight. Look at us, look, see those guys? Those guys and myself are the 3 biggest people on this particular flight. They put us together, you know, and they didn't put us on this aircraft. The sitting arrangement with the leg room on this kind of aircraft is all the way to the front, and they didn't arrange to put us there. They put small people over there who didn't need it. I'm going to show you some other videos. I'm going to talk more about this in other videos, because I know now that it's not just one airline doing this. It's all the airlines in China, all the local airlines in China. I feel they're all doing this now. You can't book your seat online with a passport. I feel maybe it's the same thing that happened to these guys. I'm not sure, but they look to me like they are studying abroad or something. I have a feeling they maybe booked the flight with passports or something. You see, all the way to the front over here, to the front. In this kind of aircraft is the only place you have the room, the sitting with a more leg room, which is supposed to be given to very tall people, very big people. And also, in case of emergency, they are able to help people get off the plane because they are sitting next to the exit door. But instead, they put small little people over there, and then put most small people together, and they have a whole lot of space, and then put 3 big guys together, me and the other 2 young men, you know. So it's something that they need more training for. They need to train more. I don't know the reason why you cannot book your seat with a passport, only with a Mainland ID card, but I don't want to get into that. All I'm saying is that the airline staff, the domestic airline staff in China need more training. The young generation of them need more training about seating arrangements on flights and hospitality. You know, we just landed in Beijing, according to what you can see in this video. But I'm going to make more videos and talk more about this in my next videos. But just bear in mind, if you're coming to China and you're going to use a passport, whether you're a Chinese person or, because I see some Chinese people checking into hotels with their passport. They come from travel to other countries. They want to check into the hotel with their passport because for some reason they didn't have their ID card or whatever. If you are going to fly around China with passport, bear in mind that you must book your seat, call the airline, buy your ticket on time, call the airline ahead of time. And if you can't get through with that, get to the airport early and then ask them to give you a better seat. Thank you very much, guys, and see you in the next video.